Here's a nice example of superheroes as a creative problem-solving technique that came up somewhat randomly the other week when I was somewhat exotically doing some filming for a TV program around creativity that I've been commissioned to generate. Interesting process. We needed something to demonstrate how these various techniques would work, and I rather arbitrarily grabbed at in what way might we guarantee that our children do their homework, inspired somewhat by some work I've been doing with primary schools recently. As a technique, the superheroes technique depends on generating intermediate impossibles, as ever. That's ideas that are both novel and useless. But in this particular case, what we do is we use the mantle of a superhero to spur that process on. And what I did was to grab hold of Batman as a thought and imagine how Batman might be able to solve the problem, thus guaranteeing, as I say, the generation of ideas that are both novel and useless. I was conscious that Batman always has his utility belt about him, and imagine that there must be something hanging off that that will be able to solve my problem for me. And imagine that within all that paraphernalia there might be a spray can of some sort that mysteriously contained precisely what I was looking for. Some sort of substance that would absolutely and magically focus the children's attention on their homework to make sure that it was completed on time. Now, clearly this isn't intermediate impossible, there's no way this can be achieved, but if you start exploring around it and start gently sanitizing that concept and making it real, it represented in itself some sort of magical assistance for parents, that maybe parents would need to grab this assistance in order to guarantee the children's focus. But clearly the parents themselves would need support in order to achieve this, and that all of a sudden triggered a penny-dropping moment when we realised that there's remarkably little support around the place for the parents when it comes to completing homework. Clearly the children have undertaken the classwork during their time at school, but parents have no idea what's in the curriculum and increasingly are presented with concepts and ideas that they haven't stumbled across before. So where do they reach for that support? What could that be? And again, exploring this further, knocking the ideas around, allowing divergence and convergence, we started to think about potentially YouTube. Just imagine if there was a YouTube channel that had been established specifically to help parents undertake and support in homework for their children, not doing the homework themselves, but offering the support, explaining the basic understanding of what's in the curriculum and tips and tricks to assist them. And maybe it'd be split within this channel underneath the various year groups. Why on earth doesn't this exist? It sounds like a stunning level of support that all parents would absolutely love. Neat idea.